trend so no ye be ma wakonya na wo so de wadwenkyere aba eni kasem esanso wo mu ne se prime trend dwumadiye mu no afa baby wo a obeseria eno nti na me se hia me adwo adempo me ne mapamfo e wo Ashanti Prime TV clock it.
Odi Solomon Opokunye. Ye Fred Juma be fie die, ne be TV a obeka nsem papa akire yen. Na oba mi yehunu no papa ekoso ewo wiase. Tisi ye TV papa, ne tie sempa ewo kroyimu dia. Ye fanto be biase Ashanti Prime TV. E wa na mehwe de bia, enti so fa TV na to Ashanti Prime TV. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. We love you all. God bless you.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and Anopa in the war.
You didn't come away a few film and conquer me as yet them any impo yesukum. Sanko Modi when you deba TV so. Na yaba be din komo to show away any direction bia a young komo na yedi a sem and a yeka ye encoso our brabum a become politics kakra a become religion kakra a become entertainment kakra any day I came in I was here. So you need to me, so what talent to be a yet from now yet to me any wedding come near and so at the account. Juma dear, me bohun de actually the pot show. The pot show a social discussion. I near ya tackle societal problems, challenges, nipa a war massive. Pot show is a public discussion space, social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone, right? Na yɛnti yɛni din komo na saa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no ɛhɔ mebusa wɔn sama wani na so sɛ mebusa ɛhɔ ana bɛyɛ suppose ɛhɔ ana bɛkyerɛ sɛ wachiku ho enti kame ho na hwɛ me solo base na yɛndi dwumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. ɛwɔ Ashanti Prime TV Ashanti Prime TV aha na nokware no wɔ depo show me no mienu nkomodi bedasi
Asante your mind. Ni sentina Ashanti Prime TV. Edi media waso sonko bi ebaso. Ni atoni din say Spotlight Hub. Any trending issue. Me mosonfo. Genial Diamond. Enam di media ebasomo. Ejada bia. Eni wokuada bia. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Na media shisha subutu. So ye up and coming musician, actor, actress, Empo social media influencer. Don't hear any say obefa number na e chego screen nasino. Friend, nani endin sa wasway. No be yet dachi enstroma. Spotlight Hub jumedie yisudie. See release interview. Na se eshemu mpoa. Ubetu. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, enane kreno. Ewo.
Action. Action media. Audition. Yeah, audition Kasiebo our Action media. Yeah, series Kasiebo obi amfa no hunyim we penyino we akwadao emrante ne maba ni nyina ye hia obi bia Action media yeah series Kasiebo e de abegu Ashanti TV so obi amfa no hunyim boy mi gina
Adishima mama mema wo adwo sanso ema wakwa ba emfamra Ashanti Prime TV ene eye wukua da wo kotomani mabusu ne da etoso eye ensia wa fimpinu ne aduonu nsia afimu kase ensem a obete ebi enise ne kokopie mu ewo eye dentura eye adese ensem bi efri hono a eba saso ena mampanya bedi akire nso akache ensem bi efri hono a eba kase so etwagu ewa be fonten fidi ahodo ni nyina so saso ena aboafo we so ena ombo machidom ema mede kase no eba be so mo aboafo ni bi ni POG band omo e de band ena ediri dwuma dwumadie bi ena udi na ehube hia so be hia band wa asede a na bomode afo ni be pie mu ewo POG band ya so ye ananse ye di dwuma dodo no a ewa ahensan estate obetimi afre yen ewo 0248400056 ananse 0594615325 ebani sikasema kawakoma eto yensanse kuma bi ena ye beji wosaso ena POG mo enso ebo machidom ye di dwuma ewo asante mampon enema okomo abenya bi no ubepie mo ya akache obenya ni nyina bi ewo hono betimi afre POG mo so ewo 0248501319 ananse 0509909991 saso ena action media ono so ebo machidom gidigidia enye fedi agro kra enche ye de no audition no ebe ehye so bomode asa wa peke yan form CB ene ye opese wugidin ewo sini twamu opese wutimi kasa woni pom se mi gina ha ma no resawe sei opese wo yesemi a bomode afo wani be piem ewo action media na afi ye ntimi mo no ani so ade hu no ntimi embremu emfa ema wenso a majime egwa na medikase eba beso mo ene osonfo adwoa dempo metwa me ho na me ba ya pense kase ni. Afeji brain na yenhye kase ye sha asede ane enkohye ase ewo eye kwani kwancherefo a oda eye the acting commissioner of the red control department ene pani din sem bia to bia efa yen hostels a ye mofra no ekosko ya na omotensem ne na ochese ya ne bo edin papa ntime fo bere se on baby bi etimi ede afa ho
Hostel, right? And they are taking 4,800 for in a room. Can you help me to measure the space? You were there. We really continue to surveyor skills here. With about 10 feet. 10 feet by 4 feet.
Less than 10.
Look, let me be magnanimous.
5 by 8.
No, say 10 by 4 feet. 4 in a room. They are taking 4,800. And each of the students pay electricity bill, right? Yes. Of 200 Ghana cedis. So 4 in a room paying 800 cedis. And 4,800 by 4 is how much? Your guesses may be good as mine. Let's do the calculation at home. This means that they are overpricing. And we believe that we need to engage them. We are here to see things to ourselves and to call them for a meeting to engage. And I believe that after the engagement, those who have outrageously increased their hostel pay will reverse it. They will reverse it. Because over the years, they believe that the law is not working. We will look at when it was established and the increment rates that they have come up to date. I'm aware I'll be going there soon.
Na owie ye eno sansore to aso na okase mpanifo a na se won abomodien sisi hostels ahodo a omo edema han no omo ni tumi bia so omo ni right bia se omo etima omo bo no ano etimi eya den sane so mpanifo bere so baby afa na etima bo ama ye mo faro mkosko ni so no eba no bia ye omo tena so e hon se metima koyie e de amo.
Today's week, yes.
Okay.
Come.
Okay.
Come and let's talk.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that you don't have any right to increase already.
For now. So we
Not
should...
for now. You have been making that mistake and increasing.
Okay. So now we are learning.
It's true, you are learning.
Yes.
I'm here to educate you.
You are right.
So you don't have any right whatsoever without talking to rent control.
Very well.
You must take your rent card.
Okay.
That every student here must be given a rent card.
Okay.
For 3,600 and 4,900. Wait. 3,600 plus in 4 in 1 room. Then 2 in 1 room
It's 4,900. I'm coming. At Prestige Hostel. It's big money. But I would want to understand how you got there.
Okay.
Now, I want to let you know you don't have any right whatsoever to even sit and increase your rent. It may be even higher than what you are even charging. Based on what? But the point is, if you want to make an increment, the percentage that you added, how did you arrive at that?
Okay. Okay.
I'm told that here, students pay their own electricity.
Yes, please.
So now, taking the electricity, you are taking a whooping 4,000, 3,600, 4 in one room. And you are taking a whooping of 4,900, right? 2 in a room. Which means almost about 10,000 or 9,000 and 9,800 or so for 2 in a room for a semester. So for 1 year, you are taking 20,000 cities almost for that. No electricity added. So you don't have any right to do that. But because you are saying that you are now about to implement a new increment, and I've told you, tell management to suspend.
Okay.
Afe yankwato akase no so e wa hafo mantem mu meche biaye bia eho ede eye esutifi south no na mpanifo abomode ahọ akopie mu ewo mofra omo etwe BC nso be na ene obaako a watimi afa afuo omo timi kokọ oye omo aye na afa omo de kan sese mofra no ebomode ana se omo ye nkunindifo ene afi etwa mu se ne omo eye adoye ema omo ye nkunindifo no omo de to omo sukusu no sa no be ye ede amambofra ya omo so etwe.
I'm a regional minister Charity Gardner. Any large concern that one she shake a sepa. Say last year no, Omunya one singer the get no. Umbo be a no meaning for 14. Umbo be a trunk, mattress, and his sika crasso, a town on a trouble, the one grand set school. This year the end there, Erson come. Emma mene, every Yamisani, a large concern and say, Erson Conqueror, a bro near a channel. Last year no and nti aka chem kra no ashom nkwan se obia anyere ho na won tre otrewi a ewade oba ebetimi de amom no mure akosu provide se umbe pass enu nkwan nya nemu na ayu se ema no bi o ha na won fafuro eja sambe ya nhyehyɛ se oba bia we yezamse na ono gye ne ho di se wafafuro no anaso onyem no owi a omra assembly ho na nkomo ho a enwedi nti deja teacher for say enkran bia titu ma no a o ma fafuro no obi an kan kire de ba dia to say so be fabura o ma yehu na ye mo bo ha so atimi de aboa no
fra or register or center ha nyina 243 nyame adom emu ba akopɛ ɛna ntumi ametwero or Islamic school e bema ibisa ne ense den hu ade a ASHANTI amana ametwero ɛno a ɛhyɛ people na se no so haya boko yante atenkamboni bia invigilators and supervisors so bia ye na dwuma
afe yankwato akase no so ewo eye local government o ma kache ye ho na payina ne din eni Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim wono ene da ne no din sembi atodwa efa eye KJT market on se no no chese fesu no eye ade a eho dwumadie ne bo no eye ade a etimi ahuri akoso papa enam eye bio nketenkete anase siketu bia wo se dwadifo ni bi etimi tuetu na omo ntimi ntuente no nam so ama ehu dwumade ne eba ne sikasem wa etimi ehuri akosoropa.
Market Phase 1. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2014, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the then Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, embarked on a project to redevelop and regenerate the KJTI Central Market into a modern market complex to respond to current and future needs of Kumasi Metropolitan and Ashanti region in general. On 25 July 2014, the Minister of Local Government signed a contract with Mrs. Contractor, a Brazilian company, for the implementation of the first phase of the project for an amount of 259 million Ghana cedis for a period of 30 months to design and rebuild this market. So far, the phase 1 of the project was successfully completed and is operational. No peswa was added. The contract was 197 plus another month, so 259. No consultation claims, nothing. The same 259 million was what was spent, and there's no additional cost. Based on the success story of the phase 1, redevelopment of the phase 2 of the Kumasi KJTI market and Takoradi market cycle was conceived. So when President Mahama finished the phase 1, he said he was going to continue with phase 2 and also to go to Takrady. Then Kajetia phase 2 in Kumasi. The same Minister of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs signed engineering and procurement and construction turnkey contract on 19th December 2018 with Mrs. Contractor Construction Limited for the redevelopment and modernization of the Kumasi Central Market and its associated infrastructure, that's phase 2, for an amount of 248 million euros for a period of 48 months. So the first one was for a period of 30 months, and the second one was for a period of 48 months. At the time of the suspension notice in 2024, the overall project completion was at the stage of 58.22%, comprising 98.8% for engineering, 77% for procurement, and 35% for the construction. So at the time they were demobilizing from site, the actual construction stage was 35.5%. On the financial side, out of the contract sum of 248 million euros, an amount of 245 million euros, an amount of 143.575 million was certified and received by the contractor, with a cumulative financial amount, certified amount of 27 million. So they paid 143 million, and they certified additional 27 million to be added. So if that had been paid, the total amount, contract work and pay would have been 177.
Afe yento akase no so ewa pomden so hweso for akache meche eye World Health Organization omo akache no ada na omo edi dwumadie bi e share so ya ye frɛ no ye the second African Health Workshop eye follow omo di omo dwumadie bi e share so na pani kwanhwɛ fo a oda omo ano ya ne din ene Prof Mohammed Yakubu Dinabaya ono ene ye regional director o chere say ene anese fo a omo nya adwuma anye na no mututu kwan ya de a obapie mu e Africa han dia e ya de say timi akoso ye panebra Prof Kasani say ena ochire mu edify.
Each year density has reached almost 24 per 10,000 population, slightly above the pre-COVID levels. This is progress, but it's not enough. Africa still has only 46% of the workforce it needs. By 2030, the projected shortage, if you round up, it will be about 6 million, a modest improvement but fragile. At the same time, up to 27% of the trained workers in some countries are unemployed, while 1 in 10 have already migrated, and nearly half are considering leaving. And even where workers are present, quality gaps persist. Correct diagnosis in only 62% of the cases, and appropriate treatment is just 40%. So the challenge is no longer just numbers. It's about jobs distribution.
Na wojumadie mu ena Ghana mampenya bi de achire meche maame ejina na opokwa agimai etimi ekokopie mu wona no ena ebra Prof Kasa wie no so de bi to as na wo chese aban na chese omonko na afi omonko gudu omujuma esensen be atimemfo na ase ye ne anesfo na ye nya adwuma ye nso ye beje aban na di na afi ya ye adwuma se ne estim na abon oman no so atimi etumpon.
It calls for rethinking institutions, policies, and investments to restore confidence in public systems, boost national development, and place citizens at the center of governance. In health, this means building resilient, efficient, equitable, and accountable systems and true African health sovereignty. Sovereignty in health refers to our capacity to define our own health priorities, mobilize sustainable domestic financing, train health workers we need, retain our talent, strengthen our institutions, and organize services.
Yento akase no so ewo eye Ministry of Transport meche won mu a omo ehwe ya kwan hodo ho nsem ama ye ne okopia omo kwache ya de se omo etimi apaw ni pakuo bi se omo hwe ya akwan ho semo a ekoso ewo man mu ne no na akopie mu ewo eye westina contractors a omo edi djuma wo hane omo bu afo papa mo kire se omo ba mu abu ewo omo science omo kire mu a eye re wo mo de mo se omo nyen enye ne nanso besi ne kame se omo yo mo adwuma no bokoboko se achide nante omo hweda ehu bi papa bia ehu we nam so ama omo kire se omo abam atimi abu ewo omo
performance gap. I'm going to look into the details of the contract, what they are doing, their performance, and so on and so forth. As far as I'm concerned, I think that the government has done a lot, in terms of meeting its obligation. The challenge is that there have been a change in government, and given the state of payment, they should have been able to finish the 7% for the Kojokrom to Manso. That's critical. And the other one is that we are disappointed that they have vacated sites, and the extent of deterioration is also something that I've asked them to bring report on that one going forward. What is happening is that for the great project, Amani took all of them, and they are just bits and bits and bits, and the excuse is that the government is not paying us, and that is why we are where we are. So I personally think that we are disappointed, Amani is not performing, and Amani should need to bring the details going forward.
I think there's a lot of work to do. Honestly, what we saw at the port station, what we saw there, honestly, some of us were not happy with it, because you can see that some of the metals are getting rusting and other stuff. So you need to change and other stuff. Besides that one, when we came to, we could see that the trains, only one is working. They told us that one is in the maintenance that they are working on. And then the workers, we know they were complaining and agitating. What we then also saw was the money that they take from the passengers from the port to Setengi or whatever is more higher than those who are, patronizing trotro. So we all know that if you move with train, the cost will come down. It can't be compared with trotro. So we will talk to it.
Afi emare mfise kasie etwegu ewa Aberefonten tafidi ahodo ni nyina so Facebook edi akotene eho TikTok YouTube IG ene ne eke ka ho ina bo de asa ko ma be subscribe na afi wa follow ye ne enso ne pa ye wo ewa Ashanti Prime TV no yetimi edibi ama afi ye to akase ye to so de ana ye nkoto aso ewo de nchira emfa emai ho na abemmo be wonya mfinhia no eyedunkuno etimi ahwere ne nkwane no na omo ekyerese eni omo da so ye yankofo bi aba eni omo adan hodo wo na bubu na omo bubu no no na omo kyerese nkofo omo yesa ne me eye bambofo a omo ewo oman mu eni omo ansana omo ba bedwi dan na guno omo edi nka ma warning shooter omo kyerese obi ampe ba bi ende na ntetemfo no omo ntia senti omo ne eye bambofo edi aprapre se ne be ya omo adan hodo omo asi no nkofo entimi endwiri mfam ne no nam so ama abofrei etimi nam so epra
na ye boni tuo na ba ni sen
e dia ba no se ya nua no owo dan chila e na ya nua so onpe no asem ono opie free ni dem mu opie mi sister fio e na okọ no ho se ne po ni police for dio agina no mu tututuo entakwala no be na to no be ka ni yemu side e na ye rush no ba domabla hospital ati omo aso wo akakra but ye ni na atu ambulance akọ kolebu na omo nko hwe de ebekoso.
Yeah, I can confirm we've received a patient with gunshot wounds, managed, stabilized, transferred to UGMC this morning.
So what's the extent of injury?
To be difficult to tell because all we could see with the naked eyes is an entrance hole, bullet entrance hole, and then an exit hole. But as to the damage internally, we don't know. And that is the reason for the referral.
Okay. So what was the condition of the patient as of the time he was being referred?
Very weak. I will say when he first arrived, very, very sleepy, drowsy, but we managed to stabilize him. Yeah, he was given IV fluids, painkillers and so forth. So he became very much alert, even talking to us before he was transferred.
Was he able to disclose to you what actually happened to him?
Because of the condition, we didn't want to bother him with talking. Yeah, because he needed some rest to conserve some energy.
Okay. So let's now look at the demolition exercise conducted in the community in the early mornings.
Yeah.
How have you been affected as a facility?
Afei se ye free denchade ana ye meto akase no so ewo dome abra na no e na omo e hwe so mo da sori ya ene nkofo se ya na ese omo adan ne omo niema omo atimi aye ewo ne no wechemu a omo e hwe so mo susu se ana se ne a omo ate e ye se na court nsensem bi e na ma owura bi ani din ene Mr. Asari a hye se nkofo e ma na afei omra mesese omo adan hodo a omo atimi si ewo dome abra. We enam so Emma MC ya or a gas out ababontin ababekasa mecha honorable Moses could be a ye kabi ababontin ababekasa and I watch us and my coso ewo a yedomia bray or canoe sin piece on in penny for any a honche and I'm so Emma in your frap pussy for so man afe omra mess of inco for isn't be a pepper pay any asunji if I into my pay fra ewo domiambra.
What is going on? Quickly, I tried to call the divisional commander to send his people here to see how best they can calm tension and also for them to get access to the person who is doing that demolition, for us to dialogue so that at least in dialogue we can resolve the issue. At least those whose properties are on the land will be ready to talk to him and see how best they can resolve the issue, but not to destroy it. When you destroy it, later you will still sell it. And when you say the person will construct or build the structure on it, why not sit with the people and dialogue with them and see how best we can resolve the issue? And that is why I'm here. But unfortunately, when I came, the rate of destruction is not good at all. And I'm not happy with what has taken place. Look at even a filling station. In destroying that filling station, it can spark fire. And a lot of deaths will have occurred. It is God that has helped us and that thing never happened. I think going forward, I'll plead with the courts also that anytime they are giving such judgment, I think they need to notify the municipality that oversee the area so that at least the municipality will also know what to do as and when those people are entering to embark whatever activity that they want.
So it is required for individuals who secure court judgments or position, order of possession to duly notify the assembly. The assembly is mandated to supervise all demolition exercises. Isn't it intriguing to hear from you then that the said individual failed to inform the assembly, and this is likely to trigger a security issue here in the area? How do we address this? What message are we sending to the individual conducting this demolition? How are we monitoring the area to ensure that there is peace?
So like I told you, he didn't even use the police officers from the municipality. He brought people from the top. Do you understand? If the divisional commander was aware of this thing, he would have informed me as the chairman of the MUSEC, so that at least we would have invited the person in question to have a meeting with the person and see how best we can dialogue. It is not a matter of demolishing the structures. It's not a matter of demolition. If you are claiming that is your land, and the people have also bought it from another person and they've put up the structure. It's about talking to you and see how best you can resolve it. But you see, like I said, that person thinks that because he has gotten court order, so he can just move in, get police from elsewhere to help him to embark on that demolition exercise. But the right thing should have been that if even you are an individual and you get that court order, you need to notify the assembly. So that's what I'm saying going forward. Now I'll plead that at least the judges, when they are pronouncing their judgment, they should instruct the person that he should, if even, and the people have also bought it from another person and they've put up the structure. It's about talking to you and see how best you can resolve it. But you see, like I said, that person thinks that because he has gotten court order, so he can just move in, get police from elsewhere to help him to embark on that demolition exercise. But the right thing should have been that if even you are an individual and you get that court order, you need to notify the assembly. So that's what I'm saying going forward. Now I'll plead that at least the judges, when they are pronouncing their judgment, they should instruct the person that he should also make sure that he does the due diligence by informing the municipality, so that at least they are the people who supervise whatever activity that is going.
Afei yento akase no so ewo eye takrade eho na yare sa chechefo bi a omo ho ene ewumi yensa de yabo omo a enye ebroketo ebra chechefo de chechem de nti a yabo omo sei e na omo chechemu edify.
I'm say 30th April I'm watching around 4:30 and the one I'm say obi ebomi pro. I'm say wana nipa na anje so second one be say wana nipa na anje so within some few minutes about 2 minutes ago I'm say nkofo open the door otherwise I'll break the door. I'm say who and I'm maybe and I'm who say so for okay so me about mom budai no na me pie aba I'm coming out with social identity that I'm a teacher here with ID cards proving that I'm not a girl I'm saying but I'm a teacher here. I'm say hey jaka sara na be down and I'm say okay me be a door no mo me ID cards now I'm say hey, lie down and eja me down come and I'm starting say I'm dey aba mechi proud mo teacher for mo kromo agranse for ye nkwase ade amuntu omofo we say oh massa can say for the ntu omofo now okay me kono ye be adwuma wo ebe na etu can say for say keep quiet commander kasa and omobu mi a omo sorry kan ko remu am say me nyan ko remu ko eden wabu me wi a omo say me nyan ko remu ti me call back to my room me call lock door na me ko e open na me fair me director education director say asema to ye ni HR na me saka na HR so afre director in fact I'm can say yenko test school mo but me yenko baby omo ba nti etna wa around 2 na director ne MC ne MP on ba e on be hwe no mo console no mo ne kasa ya na on kan so that be area 2 yeah asem si ahmachi 4 AM the director ne be kasa no so omo be get back to the Air Force na omo ne omo akokasa nti my obi an calm down nti director kwere no ko kasa na no o me ready o say e ma union so aseti say asema atu ye ni nti ye bo union amane e no say yakos so yakos hospital they say bi ase akoji report for na ase akoji the course bia no ya report to ya course some ma hwe and I'm say okay on ba be say nti enra e na union no ba be say and na am so me press conference am dia be nti asem esie no hospital I'm hwe report ya report form for police station in am de my call back to the police station. Minister of Education, Ghana Education Service. Oh, yeah, the data by any so at least show concern be share. The data by show concern be share. It message say one problem I make a Minister of Education say ekona e wo mu no ye ni teachers bungalow ankasa ho na me sure say sanke teachers bungalow ye timu a anka me sure say at least military men they will get closer to it. They say high down or hunti and omutimi access say ye na ye ke kroma for no but sanke o bungalow say o bungalow school
na owie ye na Ghana National Association of Teachers ASHANTI I can na to mo pani baako ya ne din ene Mr Daniel Mensa ya owo wasa West ono so den zini bi etudwa efa bra o mo akwa ye chef for me say
It's middle day Daniel Mensa Emila Meye Wasa West District Nat Vice Chairman. Da ya kan nyina de Ebenada 28 April. Nyanuma wawo adioso wanke bia nchem. Ena sojafo ena ne adioso ikromafo no wonya wane intawantawa. Na intawantawa no mu no no de asojafo no wokọ 2 days time Thursday 30th April. Nyanumi anke bia nchem wo krom hono ma na asojafo wate esi ikrom hono ano wacha benyim bia obehia ne bia na wahwe no eyi ema wokopoyi achechefo a wate ikrom hono so woni fie na achechefo no eda wono wedi de woye achechefo nsema woka woyiyi woni ID cards na de nyina de nka wode be kire de asojafo sabe na nka wode efele be ma won na nka weja won asojafo ente won asem ne poli de nka wonpo na wode nka wo kire nyanumi a wo adoso no nyansa de wonje goye gamse ne ye eyinti wo she cheche ni penyina owom che he teacher no be on the phone ma cheche ni the phone etu na de nyina genja no do na o chede owu na nkwantem nti o de teacher head teacher asojafo amfele no wo gona chidama ma na chinyina ebe biadam na ona me ma o sin nti na ya share one day damedia na no wafo wono ho amfanko asupiti na achechefo woye ne dam wo report so ewo Abra police station ona me damenti no ye toto sre grey management 2BN aprem do takrade GS mpanyimfo takwa Nsoye municipal assembly mpanyimfo na Ahanta West municipal
I'm a regional executive, a district executive, yeah. In fact, as I'm abano, especially me, I'm a man and war raging. Now, female teacher, ni kuaba best run here. Now, the soldiers are subjecting to such beatings. Oh, maybe. Miss, I mean, I same way to me. And come you could not all as some in Yamaquada dad. Inti na ma yeni abre na ye gina ye kade owo there regional minister, regional director of education, MP for Takwa Nsayim, honorable Salifu Taylor no onye MCE what do one Nancy for my same is yamo 2 weeks in kwafame to me no doso because asem ni si nyame adma chinechi na watch aba yente she. And you could see the teachers and they are traumatized. They are not of themselves. And so when you be and found NAT is the biggest teacher union in Ghana. We are not going to sleep over this. We will not let this thing slide just like that. No. Why yacha? You sweep it under the carpet. Why the Ghana for the wabada? It is becoming too much. This nonsense must stop. The fact that they are military men, that doesn't mean that they should put the laws into their hands. Nobody is above the law, not even the first gentleman of the land. And I also take this opportunity to appeal to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the land. Close to a year, Yeni Interior Minister. And I think this is what is causing this. It's also somewhere see not for your can. So somewhere see what I can say him. And idea was in Swayem not local. No, my interior defense minister. Close to 1 year. Yankai Ghana 4 years. But I check. See our defense minister and Kasa same way. In case we are not happy. Ready to sit down.
Teacher for, because some of the treatment we go through as teachers is very bad. It's very, very, very bad. You see some of the conditions you place us under. What has that got to do with us? Nothing at all. And the pathetic part is that some of these soldiers, we train them. They are our children. We train them to get to where they are. At least when you go to where the teachers, when they told you, we are teachers, take your time, investigate, and then do the right thing. But then what? Because you're a teacher for any, they can just subject us to any treatment. It's very bad. It's very bad. Please, something has to.
Kwaba Ediba Ashanti Prime TV. And you made your book, whoever person or the Manabanda boy, a war, who's a waiting a sea, a war, a new Edibiasi.
New Edibiasi and Dancy South. Maysimu Asante Mountain here. Now, Hanum and a blanket beer. Sa oje bel obele mo kita boto o mo kita trogbi nobody nam bola so red craft nanti enam sa new edibiase bola continue bia esuo no mo ko wo se o mo kwakore se mbiya craft ni bia o mo na wano hu se once na bebre akobua fa ko o mutu no mo ba wan trap akakaka akasie ni bi pa na no mo enchi ase nti o mo ke etiwo ese adekoro se abobi na ewudawa na o mo ebebebe wona no mo se akwara abemu a yawo no kokora fresh kura o le na yawo hospital isan se wo bi hospital bo ze be be every body no ina so ina obi abeto no atre amo bola no wa fa to contain ni or need to form na your officer bola ni bi eligu akwara no so abemu afre to kura ina akwara no eda holoma wa ya media ina once bofa no once ma so nti ehono ina omo kasa tentem na nkofo eba nti de owo of the kasa no so assembly man ewo new edibiase ene le unit committee for ina yakoka twa omo bebe wono ma omo de sawo tintin bi ayedi de pia kwara na ereto so a sambre die assembly ko di new edibiase police for ensem akwara no so akodi omo nsema yegu se yare onu kakula obedi sa nsem fono
nese uche mu abesi na je mu ngusuani bia anya bresi na etini akofo oni wadi bia so no oni hu bibia mu ngusuani bia wo ho
yenye oni kakula obeye sa na wo fa obeye oba ina obeye oba bia wawo a ebia wenye ku oba bia koye mfwani nsembia ebia mbo bia mfi baby ma ina na kwa no yawo no o je wa ye ni kakula ewi yawo no bema na ni ufume ina kiaswa na wabetuna atwe wono nti afi ina assembly man na inform okumo obole omaso ede tututu form police force asum nti omuni na mu omoyire olupakro ibisebisa se ebia abaye bi okuwa na mani bi okuwa onyo na ye hwe na wawo a samre de ne ba enka no nti ebusa yeni na mu a yare se yihu olupakro so a yemfa nkame woni wahwefo ne watifo
ene na Mr. Kujo ye beda wasna fe wachia we ahwefo a omo ehwe
me so madam afi papa ye beto from bia na ye bebo mania se ye de bebre mo ahwefo ne akipo nara na ye de katakakra afuti kakra de ama emayiwa no onso ya enkom oda wona o me ma ona so pija ona ni na woni mi se ekira asemni nti se onso ya bomania enkom na unkonyi se na unkoto akola entrenfi obi kwa pedi onya wakoto akriminia
ene na ye beda wase
enso da wase
enti Mr. Kujo ena ye tene nka odi mu nchemu emaye eware wo se mu atimi asi ewoni eye adubi ase ya babunu ya watimi awoye nim so ye babunu so ye panyen de ye ntimi enwatimi awo na abofra dan ni period na kwa akoyi no ato bora so ena ekọ ya o maye mu enchemu se na okan ye no uni se obe na so ho so ya mabo modin anu abo ho ban na wankwankofa saa anya brase we atimi asi woni wadi ase wankwofa bi ama meja we so na afi metwa ne ho na me ba ya to akase ne so ewo nkwofa aman so afa yento akase ne so ewo nkofo aman so ne ne kopiem ewo yuwena ade se won panifa wo modin a omo ache eye nkofo menu bi omo kire se sankofo efi Israel memu na eno ena nkofo bi a omo so eko eye Gaza nipa menu na omo di boat ena eko na sankofo menu etimi akwakoto ahye wo omo so ena ewo nsu kese ne so ewo yuwan memu matimi akoto ahye na panifo ewo yuwen akwakoche omo na afi omo eye nhwemu se nkofo a omo chi omo yi omo ho ento chema.
Israel must immediately and unconditionally release global Samud flotilla members Saif Abu Kishik and Thiago de Avila, who were detained in international waters and brought to Israel, where they continue to be held without charge. It is not a crime to show solidarity and attempt to bring humanitarian aid to the Palestinian population in Gaza, who is in dire need of it. Disturbing accounts of severe mistreatment of Abu Kishik and de Avila must be investigated and those responsible brought to justice. We call for an end to Israel's use of arbitrary detention and of broadly and vaguely defined terrorism legislation, which are inconsistent with international human rights law. Israel must also end its blockade on Gaza and allow and facilitate the entry of humanitarian assistance to the besieged.
Yentoa kase ne so na yetoa so de ane enkotoa so ewo Lebanon eni akwakoko a esi ewo nkofo aman ahodo so enya Israel for se ne omo sori a omo eto hye Lebanon for so no omo bu no ene nam so e ma wapa bi a wonya mfinhia no eye ediwotwe omo kwa ne vie kokoto hye so ene ne ho ne tiri ye nyamedi ne ho afofo timi fa mu edwane masamya me no kase de ne nkwa eda so ekra no.
ظهره خدوه يا زلمه تعال حبيبي تعال حسان تعال بدك تضلك هيك من هلا لتخلص الحرب رح لقعدك بالبلديه وين؟ في غرفه بالبلديه نظيفه انا استني هون يا عم استني هون يا عم
Yentwa so ewo eye Tyra men when ho ene yade se eye shopping mall bi ho ejetimi atomu ama enam so ama emu nipa nwotwe de omo atimi afamu ahwe omo kwane mu eye aduasensia de omo eprepra omo eja yahwe. So any around same way tini esi e Tyra me generation afi me de kase ni nyina esi ha e de ama ona e ma visa kase me de beso we ensem wana edi mu akotene ebi se ne Ghana man benya bi de atwe ma me gina no popo agema e de nsem ni bi etu bi asaso e na ekokopie mu e wodo mi abra ni de nchira ensem esi wo so e de e ho de bi e ma beso mu e ne nsem bi a e kan kase so twaguye ewa abefo fidi ahodo ni nyina so Facebook, TikTok, YouTube ene ne ekeka hunya so ena aboafo a ombo ba chi do ma me kase ne ba besomwo ebi ni POG band POG mo na fe achi media omo ne so masne e ma me kase ne e ba besom afi me so am ji megba na me kase ba besomwo ene osomfo ajoa dempo makramo. Bye bye.